when did you fall in hip hop? And then with that, when did you fall in love with science? Talk to us, please.
Man, I want to say it's almost at the same time. So, yeah, I have a unique life story. So, personally, I'm a type 1 diabetic myself. And I was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes when I was 4 years old. So I've dealt with, this world of dealing with debilitating diseases and having to, live your life with that disease. And that's what really triggered my love for science. Growing up, having to get insulin shots, check your blood sugars, watch what you eat at the age of 4, and really having to learn very quickly how to take care of yourself. If your parents aren't around, if you're at school, if you're on the playground, anything happens, so dealing with that disease, it immediately triggered my interest for science. And I always remember, in tying this in to hip hop growing up, with a black family. And I was born 89 going into the 90s. That's when I just love that era of music, right? That's when
Yeah.
hip hop and R&B was really going off.
Mhm,
And I
mhm.
remember, I have such a family oriented family, and we always had family gatherings, big ones, both sides of the family coming over from my mom and dad. And I have three sisters. And so music was always a part of our lives. So I remember just growing up so much, and listening to these songs, making those little dances with my sisters and things
Mhm.
like that. And remembering how no matter what I was dealing with and how different I felt, I always felt at home because of those memories, those family events, those just things like that where I was spending time with family and how it made me feel normal even though I knew that I wasn't absolutely normal, in terms of the disease that I had. So I would have to say honestly, they both went hand in hand. And it was really deep for me, that rooted connection to my family with hip hop, but then also that rooted connection to the science with what I was personally dealing with.